Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Harwell. And welcome to Pittsburgh Rebels Baseball. And this is WAPBA, the voice of baseball in your home since 1951. Today we're coming to you from Indianapolis, where the hometown Hoosiers will host on their own turf. Their record now, 5-2, with 3 straight wins. This is the second game in this 3-game series. The Hoosiers won the first. The Hoosiers take the field here in the first. Get your scorecard. McGraw has set his opening slate. Carr at first base. Laporte at second. Esmond, the shortstop. McKechnie at third. The outfield consists of Shear in left field, Koff in center field, and Campbell over in right. Raritan is behind the plate and on the mound for Indianapolis. The righty, Billion. For Billion, his first appearance of the season. He will be facing Rebels starter, right-hander Kamnitz. So settle in. We're ready to start this game. McDonald will lead off the first. He bats left-handed. On the year, batting .259, 1 homer, 3 RBIs. He's walked twice in his 32 trips. The hitter stands in. Raritan set. The pitch from Billion. That's high and deep by McDonald. Koff is on the run. On the run. It's starting to tail away from him, and it drops in. McDonald is headed for second. He's at a second ahead of the throw. For Pittsburgh, no outs. McDonald standing out at second. No score. Next to bat for Pittsburgh is a left-hand hitting Jones. He'll take advantage of your mistakes so far this season. 2 hits in 5 trips. Batter ready. Billion, foot on the rubber. Raritan sets up. McDonald at second takes a big lead. He's on with a leadoff double. Pitcher steps off. Billion is back on the rubber. He delivers. Bounced slowly up the middle. Esmond can't reach it. Neither can Laporte. It's through. McDonald is around third. They're waving McDonald in, and he scores. As the throw comes into second, Jones holds it first for the single. So the single drives in 1, and the Rebels go ahead by a run, 1-0. First inning. That's Jones' first run batted in of the season. Now at bat, Lennox. On the season, carrying a .370 average. Ed has homered twice with 7 ribbies. He's walked 7 times in his 36 trips. Super speed down at first. Lennox relaxes himself at the plate. Billion prepared to work. Quick move to the plate. Hard 2 bouncer to short. Esmond is there. Backhands it. Goes to second for 1. Back to first for 2. Yes! The twin killing. It's now the port side swinger, Oaks, to the bat. So far, hitting .303, 1 homer, 9 ribbies. He's walked 3 times in his 36 trips. Oaks steps up to the plate. Raritan sets up. The pitch. Fly ball right center. Koff on his horse. but he won't get there. It's off the wall. And Oaks is into second easily. For Pittsburgh, Oaks down at second, 2 away. The top of the first inning. Kerr now walks out to bat, batting left against Billion. A trusty bat. Billion now set. Oaks stretching his lead. Pitcher steps off. Billion is back on the rubber. Billion kicks and deals. Grounded to second. This should do it. And he flips to first. In time. Side retired. For the Rebels, 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. They leave 1. They move in front. Rebels, 1. Hoosiers coming up. For the Rebels, overall, they now stand at 5 and 3, having lost 2 in a row. On the league leaderboards, they came into the game 5th in batting at 256, tied for 2nd in home runs with 4, 3rd in runs, 3rd in slugging, 4th in steals with 5, 4th in on-base percentage. The Rebels take the field here in the first. Schendel has set his opening slate. Ream at first base. Lewis at second. Scott the shortstop. Lennox at third. Across the outfield in left is Jones. In center, Oaks. And over in right, McDonald. Kerr is behind the plate and starting for the Rebels. The righty, Kamnitz. This is Kamnitz's 3rd start of the season. 1 win, 1 loss. He's coming off a win. Howie has worked 15 innings. His ERA at 3. Campbell starts it for the Hoosiers. The hits have really been falling in for him. His 16 hits put him at 500. 1 homer. He's knocked in 4. He's been hitting some gappers recently. He's queued up 7 games with a hit. Campbell waiting. Right-hander Kamnitz ready. Kamnitz brings it home. Campbell is called out on strikes. 1 away. Here comes McKechnie to take his cuts. Hitting .281. He has 2 RBIs. He's walked twice in his 35 trips. Kerr sets up. The pitch. Line to right. McDonald will play it on the hop. And McKechnie is on with a single. One gone. First inning. 1 on. Indianapolis now sends Koff to bat, hitting from the left side. That batting average speaks for itself. Batting .562. 3 homers, 14 RBI. Super speed down at first. Batter Koff. He's in a surge. He's linked up 7 games in a row with a hit. He swatted homers in 2 straight. Koff relaxes himself at the plate. Kerr sets up. Kamnitz now. Yanked to right. Base hit. McDonald fields the ball. McKechnie is around second. They're waving him on. Here comes a throw. Here's a play at third, and he's just safe under the tag. A pair of singles for Indianapolis. Add 1 to the hitting streak. Now 8 games. All right, 1 gone. Runners at the corners. Now Laporte to face Kamnitz. Bats right. Frank doing good work at the plate. Now batting .290. Very tough to strike out. Kamnitz put on the rubber. Righty against righty. Now Kamnitz ready. Rebels playing for the double play. The runners take their lead. Now he comes home with it. Low ball. And the steal is on. Koff stealing second. Kerr guns it down. And the ump signals safe. That's his 3rd steal of the season. So Laporte will get back in there. Kamnitz is on the slab. Rebels playing for the out at first. McKechnie at third with his arms out, crouched. The pitch. Slow chopper towards Scott. He charges. Scoops it. Goes to first. In time. But a run scores. And the Hoosiers have tied this game. And LaPorte now has 7 runs batted in on the season. 1 on the bottom of the first inning. Indianapolis now sends Shear to bat. Some success so far, hitting at a 308 clip. Kamnitz poised. Koch at third with his arms out, crouched. He lets one go. Off-speed pitch, misses. Shear draws a walk. And there are runners at the corners. 2 down, first inning, 2 on. Here's the right-handed Esmond to take his swings. Not going his way at the plate. So far, hitting at 241. Esmond relaxes himself at the plate. Kamnitz sets up on the rubber again. Checks the runners. The runners take their lead. He comes home, hit deep to center field. Oakes is racing back. It has double written all over it. Oakes corrals the ball. Koch scores. Shear is around third. They're waving him in, and he scores. Esmond then standing with a double. So the double scores 2, and the Hoosiers go ahead by 2, 3-1. First inning. 2 away. First inning. 1 on. Here's Carr. Charlie has been hot. Batting .370. He has 7 RBIs. Carr steadies his bat. Kamnitz now set. Esmond moves quietly toward third. The pitch. High and away. And it gets by Kerr. He scrabbles. Esmond moves up. So Carr will get back in there. Kerr crouched down now. Checks third. The pitch grounded hard to short. Scott fields it. The throw to first. Safe. The throw sails over Ream's head. Esmond scores easily, and Carr takes second. That should be an error on Scott. This ball game now 4-1. 2 gone, first inning, 1 on. Raridan up to hit. Poor start, but Raridan batting .83. Batter waits. Kamnitz prepared to work. Carr moves quietly toward third. The pitch grounded to second. This should do it, and he flips to first. In time. That's 3 away. For the Hoosiers, 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. They leave 1. And they storm back to take the lead in this game. The score now stands 4-1. Hoosiers as we head for the top of the second inning. The Rebels will have Lewis, Scott, and Ream here in the second. All right. Here's Lewis to lead it off. So far, hitting at .214. He has 2 RBIs. He has walked once. Lewis ready. Billion will go to work on him. Billion with the pitch. Lewis doesn't offer, and he draws a free pass. 1 on, right-handed batter Scott. Steps up to face Billion. A steady hitter. He stands in. Billion poised. The offering from Billion. Check swing. Ball 4. And he trots down to first. And there's a runner in scoring position. That was Scott's first walk of the season. All right, 2 on, first and second. Nobody out. Ream, the hit. Ream, not strong at the plate. Billion is ready to fire it in. Here's the delivery. Swung on. Easy bounce at Laporte. Could be two. He flips to Esmond at second. Over to first. Double play. Lewis moves to third. Well, the Rebels have two away. Lewis on at third. Here's a pitcher, Kamnitz. At the plate this season, nothing in 6 trips. And walked once. Raritan crouched down now. Lewis alert at third. Here comes a pitch. Breaking ball. Bounced up the middle. Laporte is there. 2 outs. He flips to first. And they get him. 3 down. The line for the Rebels. 0-0-0. They leave 1. They had a chance but could not convert. The score still stands 4-1. Rebels down as we head for the bottom of the 2nd inning. Billion, Campbell, then McKechnie to bat next. Pitcher Billion to lead it off. Harry taking his first at bat of the season. Billion steadies his bat. Pitcher Kamnitz eyeing Billion. Now he's ready. Now the pitch. Banged to left center. Base hit. Billion rounds first and holds with a single. Campbell is the next hitter. Campbell now ready. Kamnitz comes set. The pitch. Campbell pounds it on the ground. Lewis stops it on one hop. Shovels to Scott for the force. And that's all they'll get. The toss to Scott tied him up. Campbell is on at first. Now coming to bat for the Hoosiers, McKechnie. McKechnie steps in. Pitcher Kamnitz set to go. The delivery from Kamnitz. Grounded hard wide of third. Lennox takes it on the short hop. He'll go to first. And they get him. 2 gone. Campbell moves to second on the play. Well, 2 outs. Campbell standing out at second. Next to bat for Indianapolis is Koff. Catcher ready. Campbell now with an aggressive lead. Kamnitz now. It's rocketed down the first baseline. It's by him. Campbell races around third. They're waving him home. Coming down the line. The throw's offline. He'll score. And Koff is on with a single. So Koff with a ribby single. And the Hoosiers add to their lead. This ball game now 5-1. That gives Koff 15 RBI on the season. Next batter, Laporte. And here comes Rebels, manager Schendel. He's asking Kamnitz for the ball. Schendel is bringing in Henderson to face Laporte. He'll lose the platoon advantage. So Kamnitz is yanked early. He goes only an inning and 2/3. He yielded 5 runs, 4 earned on 5 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He's responsible for the runner. He can only lose it. Henderson comes from the left side. He has a lofty 22.5 ERA. This is his 3rd appearance. He's worked 2 innings. No record yet. He'll try to hold him to let the Rebels get back in it. Henderson takes a few warm-up pitches. He's rubbing up the ball. We're ready to go. Henderson gets set to work on him. The pitch. Swung on, popped up. Lennox moves toward the line. He's under it, and he makes the catch. For the Hoosiers, a run on 2 hits. There were no errors. 1 left. They inch away from the Rebels. We've played 2. Hoosiers with the edge, 5-1. Top of the order here for Pittsburgh in the 3rd. McDonald, Jones, and Lennox. To get it going, McDonald. McDonald steps in. Billion is ready to fire it in. Now Billion comes home with it. It's a shot to left center. That's a base hit. McDonald rounds first. Takes it on the long bounce. The throw to second. And McDonald holds with a single. Tex with his second hit in this game. Next batter, Jones. Right-handed Billion goes to the set position. Billion kicks and deals. Drill to the left side. Right at Esmond. This should be two. Flips the ball to the port. Related Carr. Bang, bang. Double play. Lennox comes up to bat. Lennox now ready. Billion ready. Billion into the wind. Grounded deep into the hole. Esmond is over. But he won't get it. Base hit for Lennox. Now at bat, Oakes. Batter waits. Raritan set. The pitch from Billion. Cut on. It's a high fly. Straightaway center. Koff has it measured. This should do it. And he takes it in for the third out. For the Rebels, no runs on 2 hits, no errors. 1 left. Hoosiers still leading by 4 and will go to the home half. Shear, Esmond, and Carr to bat next. Leading off, Shear. Shear, now ready. Left-handed Henderson goes to the set position. He brings it home. Healthy cut by Shear. Hit to dead center field. Oakes is right there. Waits. And pulls it down. 1 away. Esmond walking up to bat. The batter stands in. Henderson is ready to fire it in. Here he comes. It's skied. Scott is backing up. Waves off Lennox. And takes it in. 2 away. Carr is now up. Batter set. Henderson ready. Henderson deals. Line to short. And he's got it. 3 away. So the Hoosiers are retired in order. The score still 5-1. Hoosiers leading. The Rebels will have Kerr, Lewis, and Scott here in the 4th. To get it going, Kerr. Raritan set. He wheels and deals. In the air to center. Koff has it in his sights, and he tucks it away. 1 away. Now coming to bat for the Rebels, Lewis. Lewis waiting for Billion. Catcher Raritan sets his target. Billion deals. Blooper to left center toward the gap. Koff runs in on it. Esmond is backing up. It drops in, and Lewis is on it first with a base hit. Now coming up, Scott. Scott in the box. Billion comes set. Billion rocks and fires. Drill toward third. McKechnie fields a short hop. To second for the force. Laporte turns and relays it to first. Yes, double play. And they get out of the inning. That'll do it for Pittsburgh. No runs on 1 hit. So they do not tally. Rebels trailing by 4 as we go to the home half. Raritan, Billion, and Campbell to bat next. Raritan starts it for the Hoosiers. In the box now. Catcher ready. To the plate. slowly rolled towards Scott, and it slips out of his glove. Raritan reaches on the miscue. Scott started to throw before he had the ball. That should be an error on Scott. And it is E6. And that's his second error in the game. And that's the second error for the Rebels. Now at bat, Billion. Henderson gets set to pitch. First baseman Ream is on the bag. He could reach out and touch Raritan. Infield looking for the bunt. A toss over to first. And Raritan steps back to the bag. Now Henderson is back on the rubber. The delivery. Swung on. Popped up. Lennox moves toward the line. He's under it. And he makes the catch. Campbell, bat in hand. Batter facing Henderson. Left-hander Henderson, ready. Here he comes. Swung on, grounded hard to short. Off his chest, he picks it up. Throws quickly to first, 2 away. Raritan moves up. Raritan moved quickly with the pitch. No chance for the lead runner. Here comes McKechnie to take his cuts. Now Henderson, ready. Now he comes home with it. Grounded deep into the hole. Scott is over, stabs for it. He stops it. Long throw to first, 3 down. The half for the Hoosiers. No runs, no hits, and 1 Rebels error. They leave 1. They cannot add to their lead. The score is still 5-1, Indianapolis, as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Ream, Henderson, and McDonald due up for Pittsburgh. Ream leading it off. Not in there for his bat. Batter ready. Billion focuses in on the target. He cranks and fires. Hit in the air to left field. Shear is over. He's there. And he takes it in. 1 down. Henderson now up. Henderson steadies his bat. Right-hander Billion ready. Rebels. Skipper Schendel walking down the bench. Schendel is yanking Henderson. Bradley is enlisted to hit for him. Bat's right. He grabs a bat. Strolls to the box. Henderson pitched 2 1/3. His line, no runs on no hits. Bradley getting ready to go. He'll wait for his pitch. He's been on a run. Hitting streak now at 8. Hugh ready. Right-hander Billion ready. The pitch. Poke to left center. It's playable. Shear and Koff converge. Koff calls him off, and he pulls it in. He closed that gap in a hurry. 2 down. Now coming up, McDonald. Batter facing Billion. Now Billion ready. Now the delivery. A towering fly ball to center. This should do it. Koff roams over. Plenty of room. And hauls it in. 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Midway through the 5th. After 4 1/2, it's still 5-1. Hoosiers. The Hoosiers now send up the 3, 4, 5 hitters. Koff, Laporte, and Shear. Netzer is coming on in relief for Pittsburgh. Netzer throws from the right. ERA a stingy 1.5. This is his 3rd appearance. He's worked 18 innings. His record, 2 wins. No losses. He'll try to hold them to let the Rebels get back in it. Koff starts it for the Hoosiers. Batting a meager .588. Netzer takes a few warm-up pitches. He's rubbing up the ball. We're ready to go. The slugger stands in. Catcher Kerr sets his target. He brings it home. He pops it up right side. Ream is backing up. He's under it and makes the catch. 1 down. Now coming to bat for the Hoosiers, Laporte. Batting .273. Right-hander Netzer ready. The pitch comes in. Lazy fly to center. Easy chance for Oaks. He's got it. 2 gone. Hoosiers hitter Shear. Netzer poised. Netzer into his motion. Delivers. Slice to Lennox. Room service bounce. The long throw to first. And they get him for the final out. The Rebels retire the side in order. The score still 5-1. Hoosiers leading. Indianapolis will now face the Pittsburgh strength. Jones, Lennox, and Oaks. To get it going, Jones. Jones can get on for you. Billion looking in. Billion brings it home. Hot smash to third. McKechnie gets his glove on it. Now the long throw. Carr scoops it on 1 hop, and Jones is retired. Nice play on both sides of the infield for out number 1. Lennox walking up the bat. Ed can get on. Ed waits. Billion poised. Now Billion comes home with it. Lennox skies it to center. Should be routine. Hoff roams over for it and records the putout. 2 away. Oaks comes up the bat. Raritan crouched down now. Billion comes to him. The ball is chopped out over the mound. Esmond gets to it in front of second, rifles it to first, and just nips Oaks 3 away. No runs, no hits, no errors, midway through the 6th. The score is still 5-1, Indianapolis, as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. For Indianapolis, here in the 6th, Esmond, Carr, and Raritan. To get it going, Esmond. Now hitting at .258. Batter set. Netzer looking home. Here's a pitch. Breaking ball, ball 4. And Esmond trots down to first. Now coming to bat for the Hoosiers, Carr. Carr has done nothing in 2 trips. Netzer gets set to work on him. Big hole on the right side. Esmond takes a good lead. The pitch to Carr. Swung on. It's a high fly to center. Oaks roams over. Plenty of room. And he takes it in. 1 down. Esmond is tagging, but he holds first. Next batter, Raritan. Raritan 0 for 2. Netzer prepared to work. Netzer over the offering. He goes the opposite way, and it's through. Base hit right field. McDonald retrieves it. Esmond rounds second and holds. Here comes Billion to take his cuts. And the fans are giving him a hand. Offensively this season, he's 1 for 2. Catcher ready. Infield drawn in a few feet. He brings it in, grounded hard to short. Could be 2. Scott fields it, flips to Lewis at second. Over to first. Yes, 2 for the price of 1. And they get out of the inning. The half for the Hoosiers. No runs, 1 hit. They leave 1. We've played 6. Rebels still down by 4. Kerr, Lewis, and Scott to bat next. Kerr to lead it off. He'll take advantage of your mistakes. Billion focuses in on the target. Billion comes home. Kerr hits a frozen rope to straightaway center. Right there is Pop, and he gloves it for the putout. 1 away. Lewis walking up the bat. Lewis comes up there swinging, not a patient hitter. Raritan sets up. Billion winds up. Can't find the strike zone. That's ball 4. And Lewis coaxes a walk. Here comes Scott to take his cuts. Scott stands in. Raritan ready to receive. They're holding Lewis. But he's well off the bag. He cranks and fires. Swing and a miss. Hang up a K for Billion. 2 down. Ream getting ready to go. Right-handed Billion goes to the set position. The pitch. Wrapped back to the mound. Billion knocks it down. Picks it up. Throws quickly. Out at first. For the Rebels. 0-0-0. They leave 1. They had a chance but could not convert. Rebels trailing by 4. As we go to the home half. Okay, folks, on your feet. Take a break for the 7th inning stretch.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back while it's root for the home team. They don't win, it's a shame. Well, it's 1, 2, 3, strike you out at the old ball game.
The Rebels will face the top of the order here in the 7th. Campbell, McKechnie, and Koff. Campbell to lead it off. Batting .457. Campbell waiting for Netzer. Now Netzer ready. The offering to Campbell. Fastball. It's a number to the left of the mound. Scott charges. Picks up the ball barehanded and drops it. He fielded it cleanly but couldn't hang on. Scott picks up an error, and that's his 3rd error in the game. He wishes he hadn't punched in today. And that's the 3rd error for the Rebels. Next up, Indianapolis. Hitter McKechnie. McKechnie is 1 for 3, and he scored a run. Netzer staring in, ready to work. Now Netzer pitches. Swung on, and it's pulled hard to right. McDonald will play it on the hop. Campbell is around second, but the coach flashes the stop sign, and he puts on the brakes as the throw comes in, and McKechnie has a single. Second safety for McKechnie. Here's Koff coming to the plate. Koff is 2 for 3, 1 RBI. He's stolen the base, and he scored once. Netzer looking in. The runners take their lead. Netzer comes home, hooked down the right field line. Will it stay fair? Yes, it's in play. McDonald's after it. Campbell scores. McKechnie rounding 3rd. The throw comes into Ream. Koff's in standing with a double. And they're holding McKechnie at 3rd. So the double scores 1. It's now 6-1 ball game for Koff. His first double of the season. 16 ribbies now for Koff. Laporte up there. Catcher Kerr sets his target. They're pulled in around the infield. He comes home, bounced up the middle. Lewis is there, fires home. The tag, And they get him. And there are runners at the corners. Now coming up, Shear. Netzer set. Infield drawn in. And the pitch comes in. Shear drives a line to deep center. Oakes is racing back. Gets a tweener. It one-hops the wall. Oakes corrals the ball. Koff scores. Laporte rounds third. They're waving him in. Here comes a throw home. Shear is going for third. Here's a play at the plate. Tennis in standing. And the play is going to third. Tennis safe ahead of the throw. So 2-run score on Shear. Double. And the Hoosiers add to their big lead, outpacing the Rebels. 8-1. Esmond's up. Netzer looking in. Infielders in. Netzer winds up. Swung on. In the air to the left side. Lennox is drifting back and takes it in. 2 down. Shear has to hold third. Here comes Carr to take his cuts. Netzer is ready to fire it in. And they are putting Carr on. Intentional walk. They elect to face the 111 hitter rather than Carr at 333. They take away extra base hits. They already have a platoon advantage. Raritan's up. Raritan ready to bat. Catcher ready. The pitch. Easy bounce out of Lewis. He feels it. Over to Scott, covering second. For out number 3. That'll do it for Indianapolis. 3 runs on 3 hits. The Rebels fumble once, 2 men left on base. A very persistent bunch. The score now stands 8-1. Rebels trail. Netzer, McDonald, and Jones to bat next. Netzer leading off the 8. Raritan crouched down now. Billion comes to him. Banged to left center. Shear is running to the gap. Hoff is racing over. Shear calls him off and makes the catch. 1 down. McDonald is the next hitter. Batter ready. Now Billion ready. And now the pitch. That's skied to right center. Medium deep. Koff roams over. He calls. Can of corn. 2 gone. Jones is the next hitter. Batter ready. Right-hander Billion ready. Billion comes home. Hard 2 bouncer to short. Esmond covers it plenty of time. Fires. 3 away. So the Rebels go in order. The score still stands 8-1. Hoosiers as we head for the bottom of the 8th inning. The Hoosiers will have Billion, Campbell, and McKechnie here in the 8th. Billion starts it for the Hoosiers. Billion ready to bat. Kerr set. The pitch. Blooper to left center toward the gap. Oakes runs in on it. Scott is backing up. It drops in, and Billion is on it first with a base hit. Second safety for Billion. 10th hit for the Hoosiers. Now coming to bat for the Hoosiers, Campbell. Kerr ready to receive. He brings it home. Base hit right field. McDonald is after it. Spears it on 1 hop. Billion is around second. They're holding Billion with second as the throw comes in. A pair of singles for Indianapolis. Add 1 to the hitting streak. Now 8 games. McKechnie is up next. Batter ready. Netzer looking in at the target. Here comes the pitch. It's a shot to left center. Base hit. Jones is racing over. He cuts it off deep in the gap. Billion is around third. Campbell is around second. They're waving Billion in. Here comes a throw home. Here's a play at the plate. And he's out on a close play. And Campbell holds at second. McKechnie is on with a single. Koff is up next. Netzer focuses in on the target. The pitch. Koff hits a P past the diving Ream. Just inside the bag. It's rolling. McDonald will have to play it near the corner. Campbell scores. McKechnie rounding third. The throw comes into Ream. Koff then standing with a double. And they're holding McKechnie at third. So the double scores one, and the Hoosiers add to their big lead. The score now 9-1, 17. Ribbies now for Koff. That's his second double of the game. Here's Laporte coming to the plate. Kerr ready to receive. They're pulled in around the infield. Netzer to the wind. Easy fly ball to Jones. Plenty of room. He moves under it and brings it down. Both runners are tagging. They're waving McKechnie in. Here comes a throw home. Here's a play at the plate. And he's safe. Slid around the tag. The run scores. Laporte picks up a sac fly and an RBI. And Koff holds at second. The score now, a commanding 10-1. And Laporte now has 8 runs batted in on the season. Shear is the next hitter. Netzer looking in. Koff moves quietly toward third. The pitch is on the way. Grounded to Lewis. He scoops it up over to Ream. And it gets by him. Koff is rounding third. He'll try to score. Here comes a throw home. They may have him. Safe on a close play. The run scores. And Shear takes second on the play. Lewis picks up an error, and the Rebels' defense has been sloppy here, and it's cost them. The carnage continues. The score now beyond repeating. Here's Esmond coming to the plate. Esmond ready to bat. Right-hander Netzer ready. Shear moves quietly toward third. He comes home. This one is creamed. Jones turns and runs. He can't get it. Shear is around third. He'll score. Jones picks it up and fires it in. A 2-base hit for Esmond. So the double scores 1. The score now, well, let's just say the Rebels have won. Carr, bat in hand. Kerr set. Esmond stretches his lead off second. Netzer cranks it up high and away. And it gets by Kerr. He scrambles. Esmond moves up. Carr ready to take on Netzer again. Catcher Kerr sets his target. The pitch comes in. Carr started to go round, but he checked his swing in time. He takes a walk to first. Raritan is up next. Netzer gets set to work on him. The runners take their lead. Here's a pitch from Netzer. Raritan doesn't offer, and he draws a free pass. That will load him up. Bases loaded. Pitcher Billion up. Netzer gets set to pitch. And the pitch comes in. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Side retired. And he leaves the bases loaded. And he throws the bat down in disgust. For the Hoosiers, 4 runs on 5 hits. The Rebels made an error. 3 left. So they add to their lead. The score is beyond repeating as we go to the top of the 9th inning. The Rebels now send up the heart of their order to face Billion, Lennox, Oaks, and Kerr. Here's Lennox to start it off. Coming into play shortstop for the Hoosiers is Boo. Esmond leaves the game. McGraw is taking advantage of the score to go to his bench. McGraw makes a switch in right field. Roush comes into the game replacing Campbell. McGraw is taking advantage of the score to go to his bench. For the Hoosiers, McGraw is sent Kaiser into play left field. Shear is out of the game. Batter ready. Raritan crouched down now. Billion brings it to the plate. Well hit drive. Deep to left field. Carrying. And Kaiser chases it down. What a catch. One down. Here's Oaks coming to the plate. Billion gets set to work on him. Here's the pitch. Cut on. Ground ball to McKechnie. He's up with it. The throw across the diamond. Out at first. And that's the second out. Kerr walking up to bat. Kerr ready to bat. Billion looking in. Here he comes. Banged to left center. Kaiser is running to the gap. Koff is racing over. Kaiser calls him off and makes the catch. And that's out number 3 and the game. So the Hoosiers have won the ball game, spurred on by the disciplined leadership of McGraw. Billion has a beautiful 6-hitter. He picks up a complete game. A disappointing game for the Pittsburgh fans. Here's the line for the Hoosiers. 12 runs on 14 hits, no errors. They leave 9 for the Rebels. A run on 6 hits. They committed 4 errors, and they leave 4. Billion gets his first win. His record now 1-0. Chemnitz falls to 1-2. So the Hoosiers gain a step in this 3-game series. They now stand at 2-zip. For the Hoosiers, they have been playing very well, now with 4 straight wins for the Hoosiers. Overall, they now stand at 6-2. The Rebels, now with 3 losses in a row. In the next game, they'll go after the Rebels again. That's it for this time. Until next time, this is WAPBA and Ernie Harwell saying so long from Indianapolis. Hoosiers take this one from the Rebels. Beyond repeating.